All right. We're back. We're back with a new episode. Greetings. I'm CEO Marcus G. This episode is titled The Inner Authenticity. Why your personal brand is making you boring. We're going to dig into it in a minute, but I want to first thank you for watching the channel. I invite you to comment. Let's have some dialogue on this channel. This channel is more than just for viewing. We're going to learn. We're going to dive deep into different perspectives, okay? But here, this is the uncommon path. We don't think like everyone else, all right? We're in our own world. We create our own algorithm. So, with that being said, you can subscribe. You can comment. I love a good discourse. I'm not begging nobody to subscribe, okay? Because we do real business out here in the world. But I appreciate everyone that's tuning in, that's commenting. They are welcome. Comments are welcome. If you want to support it, grab you some merch, Giants of Wealth Society. I have all the links at the bottom. But let's get into it. First and foremost, you're told to be authentic, to build a personal brand to stand out. So why does everyone online sound the same? Interesting. Why does everyone online sound the same? Every time you go online, you see the same patterns, the same people doing the same thing. Here's why you broke, right? 5 secrets to whatever. Untold secrets. This is getting out of hand, people. But let's talk about it. Let's discuss this, right? You know, what's going on? Personal branding is a paradox, right? The very system that promises uniqueness is forcing everyone into the same 5 boring boxes. So today on the Uncommon Path, we're exposing the algorithm that's killing creativity and how to build a real brand without becoming a caricature of yourself. The 5 algorithmic archetypes. The 5 algorithmic archetypes. So to go viral, you're not encouraged to be yourself. I'm going to say that again. To go viral, you're not encouraged to be yourself. You're pressured to become one of these 5 characters. So what's the first character? We're all familiar with this character. It's the guru, the all-knowing authority, right? Think about it. The 3 secrets every entrepreneur misses. Remember that? This is the person that knows it all, the true expert, the dominator. He's a guru. You know, the guru fitness person, the guru marketing person, you name it, they're out there. That's the first one. The next one that has so many people fooled, but I think people are coming aware of this one more often, is the hustler. You know, that obsessed workaholic. You know, that person that always say, I grinded for 100 hours this week. And here's why you're lazy. So you see that so much, you know, the hustler, right? I used to be a hustler. I'm not going to lie. I used to be a hustler until I learned how to build systems. But that hustler, that's a character. Then you have the healer. You know, the empathetic transformer. The person that says your trauma is why you can't manifest money. You know that person. They're also a guru, but the healer is they invite you in, right? They find your little pain points, and they try to make you, you know, they try to make you vulnerable to their attacks, so you could buy, right? The healer. Next, you got the contrarian. You know, the angry truth teller. Everything they told you about such and such and such is a lie. That's the contrarian, right? And the contrarian, believe it or not, that has been a real effective way of selling products and services. And last but not least, the everyman, that relatable struggler. My business almost failed today. Again. You know, the everyman, a lot of people can identify with the everyman. That's why they call it the everyman. And these aren't people. They are algorithms in human skin, optimized for attention, not connection, right? So the trap isn't just that it's boring. The trap is that it erodes you. It's an identity crisis. You start to lose the line between your persona and your personality. And that's where everything comes to crash, right? You got a creativity tax. You know, the algorithm, it punishes experimentation. So you got to stick to the formula or you're going to lose your reach. And that creates a burnout cycle, the pressure to constantly perform a version of yourself that's unsustainable. Yeah, and it's sad to see. And I'm not going to call any names, but I know one personally. He's a guru. And when I tell you, he's nothing like that in person. But they get online and they change their whole character and they forget who they really are. And it's sad because now you're doing all of that for an algorithm instead of being your authentic self and creating real reach, creating a real structure, creating real service, you know. And so let's talk about the different ways on how to be interesting again. So, you know, how do you win without losing your soul? How do you win without losing your soul? How do you win without losing your soul? You play a different game entirely. You got to embrace the glitch, you know, intentionally break your own content pattern. Post a long, thoughtful video instead of a reel. Share a complex idea without dumbing it down. Share a complex idea without dumbing it down. Be the anomaly in the feed. Build a niche, not a persona. Focus on a deeply specific idea or community instead of making your personality the product. Be the person who knows everything about the topic, not the guru. All right? Be the person that knows everything about a hyper-specific topic, not the guru. Stop building your home on rented land. Instagram algorithms, TikTok trends. Drive traffic to a platform that you control. That's one of the most important things. Your email list, your podcast, your community, your audience should follow you, not the platform you on. Your audience should follow you and not the platform that you're on. See, true influence isn't about fitting in. It's about being so uniquely yourself that you become a category of one. Do not build a personal brand. Build a point of view that's too compelling to ignore. I'm going to say it again. Do not build a personal brand. Build a point of view that's too compelling to ignore. I hope you enjoyed today's segment. Now, the first 100 people that comment uncommon below, you're going to get my free guide. I'm going to give you a category of one framework, 5 steps to escape algorithmic archetypes. And just put uncommon and we'll send you a DM. All right? I appreciate y'all joining in. Stop branding. Start building. Be uncommon today. Peace out.